I'll just say that introduction again. So we have some gameplay here of the Thrillodrome. I believe this is Master. This person is 1825. So I did the Thrillodrome Master Flawless for the video that I posted yesterday. And I got it done in about 8 minutes. And, you know, that was with some slowdowns here. Already, before we're going in, I'm noticing some issues with the loadout here. Unforgiven is fine, but we have double primary and a rocket. Okay, so we're rolling with... So we have a bunch of font mods. Okay, so that's why their stats are low, because they're rolling with font mods. They're just going to boost their stats to that. Fine. Otherwise, looks pretty generic. Pretty standard loadout. Just get orbs and maintain stats. Yep, cool. So the fact that we're using a rocket right now is a little questionable, along with double primary. I understand we're doing double primary because you want anti-barrier. But what are the other ways we can get anti-barrier? Let's take a look. So we have Solar Radiant, Volatile Rounds. With these new freedoms, we really need to think about ways to make it so we don't have to use a thing like double primary right now. We have anti-barrier through our bow, and we have, I assume, SMG overload. So unfortunately, this SMG, because it has overload on it already, cannot contribute to anti-barrier. It's kind of an unfortunate side effect that we can't use this for anti-barrier, but we could use our power weapon for anti-barrier. So this is why I am a little confused by the rocket. This loadout is very slow. You have a decent amount of burst damage, but again, with how machine guns are right now, we could be using our machine gun for anti-barrier, which means we could replace this bow with a special weapon, which is going to give us a little more flexibility in the run. We could even make this a primary SMG, and we could do like a wave frame void GL to keep synergizing with this. But we could rotate this out if we had a machine gun here, because as we'll see for the boss room, you can use those arc cannons to just nuke the boss. So let's skip forward and watch some gameplay here. All right, so this is definitely a controller player. Okay, let's see how this goes here. So yeah, obviously any sort of ad control is going to be very, very good with Gerfalcon. Using a good SMG, volatile, popping, yeah, devours rolling, instant healing, like this is fine. Okay, so I'm definitely not going to be trying to take out... Okay, well, we whiffed on the rocket. I'm definitely not going to be trying to take out the berry with all those goblins there. Especially since, like, this build doesn't have, like, a ton of heal over time. Like, if you just get caught in a bad spot and your only healing is Devour, it's very possible to die. And, like, you don't have Devour up right now, so... You have to use Invis. That's a risky spot. Okay, I guess the damage over time doesn't hurt that bad. Taking out the Hydra, that's fine. We're gonna have a lot of down. Unfortunately, just like healing is just so important in these places. Okay, and I was like, that sounds like an overload, and the overload should not be here. Yeah, I would have swung around here a bit earlier. And I would have tried to put a nade up here as the goblins were spawning. So a decent amount of this is also going to be like knowing spawns, right? You know that after a certain amount of time, goblins are going to spawn in. And if we can put ourselves in a position to put that, like, you know, that void grenade, for example, your vortex grenade on all those goblins, instead of like slowly trying to plink away at these dudes and have them teleport down and all this kind of stuff, you're just going to hit them with the suck. And you're just going to destroy all of them in an instant. So that's a way to kind of speed things up, is just knowing spawns or even reacting to spawns. Because with Vex, you hear that kind of like whoosh noise when you know they're spawning in. There's like that animation that gets all cloudy and stuff. Even that you could just like, all right, let me hit the fat invis real quick, run over there, boom, plop a grenade, and then we're out again. And then, you know, if you want to plink the Hydra to death, that's fine. But we're taking a lot of time to like individually kill these goblins, where we could just be like hitting them with a grenade or like trying to kill them while they're all stacked up with volatile and stuff like that. But because we let them spread out, it's going to take a little bit longer. And I assume we're just going to clink this goblin to death. Yeah, this is also not the greatest spot because we keep seeing this railing mess up our stuff. Yeah, like look how little that rocket did. This rocket didn't even hit this hobgoblin for a third of its health. So we need to use half, if not more than half, of our ammo, of our power ammo, to kill one barrier champion. Do you see how inefficient that is? We're not even taking advantage of the benefits that the game is giving us. Like, the game gives you so many benefits and bonuses that it's just stupid not to take advantage of them. Okay, and we're popping our super on this guy. Okay. And he still didn't even die. He still did not die. We did not make sure to follow up on the barrier. Yeah, like, just look at that. It deals almost no damage. There we go. At least we got the finisher. Good use there. So, right off the rip, I'm saying get the rocket off. Take the rocket off. There is almost no reason to be using something as inefficient as a rocket outside of like very curated areas. Like the raid, when everyone's got, you know, all these finder mods and this and that, and you got Galahorn and you got the Well of Radiance. Okay, then we're using rockets to burst. But in a space where you need to be as efficient as possible, rockets just are generally not that efficient. And this person's only 15 levels under. Right? This is an 1840 activity, and this person is at 1825. Now, something I will say is that they haven't died. I was very worried that they were about to die as I was thinking that thought. I was going to say, unless this dude has Devour proc, this is a very dumb idea to be trying to kill goblins with the Minotaur up. Yeah, even there, Minotaur is taking, and you gotta keep shooting. Overloads are the champion that people struggle with the most because I don't feel like most people know how to actually fight against them. Because barrier champions, you know the strat, right? Pop their shield before they start regenerating. Unstoppables, they don't even regenerate their health, right? But overloads are so much more aggressive in regenerating their health that you need to play very, very patient with them. Like, you can't just stun them, switch to a rocket or switch to your whatever gun and just go to town on them because they're eventually going to start regenerating their health. So realizing how long you have before you need to swap back to a different weapon is a skill to have. With the rocket, I definitely would not have gone for 2 because by the time you stun, you shoot one, you slowly reload, you shoot another one, then you swap back and then get overload shot revved up again, the dude's going to be back to full health. And when we have the weapons that we have right now, we cannot afford any sort of health gains. All right, skipping forward a little bit. Like, honestly, here, pop one rocket, switch back. But it seems like we're just going to machine gun this dude down. Rocket, good. And we hope for the oh my god, get the stun, yes. Yeah, at that point, I'm just spraying my SMG and hoping. We have a void machine gun, or a submachine gun. Why did we kill the shield with the bow? You have a void gun. You could have made like an orb of power from that. You could have procced like volatile rounds from that. Good finish. That was good instincts here. A lot of volatile, love it, yep. Unfortunately, we don't have Devour procs. We gotta try and scoop one of those orbs. Okay, so sorry, let's rewind it back here. So we go to pop super on this berry. So with a super like Quiver, where you want to be getting off multiple shots, if you know that you're gonna hit the hobgoblin's threshold of like popping their shield while you're still going to be in your super, that's generally not a good time to pop your super because you're going to do all this damage, you're going to do all this work, and then while you're still in your animations, like coming back and then trying to draw another arrow back, dude's going to regenerate health. So in this example, what I would do is get the hobgoblin stunned first, and then while they are stunned, then we pop our super because we know that the hobgoblin's going to be stunned We'll have enough time to get through our super, and then we'll be ready with that next bow shot when they pop their shield instantaneously, and we don't lose all that bonus damage. So as we can see here, look, we did all this damage, and now they just gained back a third of it, you know? And if we don't get the kill here, yeah, it's like we have to basically throw our life away. Wow, so lucky. So lucky that Goblin stepped in front. If they didn't, Devour's not proccing there at all, and you're dead. And all of this was for nothing. Watch. Look at this Goblin just happened to walk right into frame and proc Devour. If that Goblin doesn't walk there at that exact moment, you're dead. And all of this work on the Hob is for naught. That's true. It did get sucked, but either way, like, that is a crazy thing to have to rely on. We still end up losing it. So, okay, so this is an example of tunnel vision. We're so focused. We don't want to lose all the work that we put into this Hobgoblin, so we're just focusing so much. Gotta kill this Hob, gotta kill this Hob. I put a super into it. I put a rocket into it. I put a grenade into it. And instead, we end up dying to the little crappy enemies. This is why I tend to prioritize bigger waves of weaker minions as opposed to the one strong minion, because the Hobgoblin's not the thing that's going to kill you. It's these little goblins that you think you can ignore, but instead they're the ones killing you because you're completely ignoring them, right? So now we have to sit here and we have to wait. So here's our respawn. Sometimes champions will stay stunned, or not stunned, but they won't proc their like barrier effects or any sort of their effects. I guess it's specifically barrier champions. They won't proc their effects until you like re-aggro them. So there are some opportunities where like you won't completely waste it, but if you do re-aggro them and then like you ignore them, they're just going to barrier and they're just going to regenerate all their stuff. Right here, you're going to hear the barrier in your left ear, assuming your headphones are on correctly, re-barrier essentially. There it was. Because we've re-aggroed the room. In this situation, knowing you have that information, maybe this person didn't know that that happens, right? Because this barrier was probably still low health. What I'm doing is I'm actually winding up a bow shot. I'm trying to one-shot this Goblin directly in front of me. I'm scooping this orb, and then I'm using the cover over here on this side to start plinking away at the barrier while they still haven't regenerated their health. We want to save all that work that we did, but I understand if you don't know that rule, or not necessarily rule, but if you don't really know that kind of like quirk of the game, I could totally understand why you might think like, oh, the barrier's probably already regenerated all of its health. It's worth checking, because if there's nothing to aggro them, they're just going to like walk around and not do their usual mechanic. But unfortunately, the barrier has now completely regenerated their health and we're back to square one. Scooping some orbs, that's fine. And yeah, from here, we're just going to need to plink away at some stuff. I will say that the teleports in this place are a little weird. Sometimes I feel like things jump around a whole lot. But here, yeah, I mean, we just got to... Okay, so this is just some misuse of abilities here. You need to be ready with a lot of these barriers. You can't be swapping, like, you can't be reactive to barriers. You need to be proactive. And this was an example of not being proactive. I'm assuming maybe the person thought like, oh, I have volatile rounds. I'll be able to get through this dude's barrier because I have volatile. And then you forget that it doesn't stack with the overload. I've been there. Literally happened to me in the master raid last week, right? But like right around this HP threshold, you know, this is this area where barriers are going to switch. And by the time we even realize what's happening, we continue to shoot and we throw a panic grenade as well. And then finally we take out the bow. All of that work's gone. Again, we have a little bit of a rocket right here. I'm just going to Plinktown. I'm going Plinktown, USA. Even then, that took so long to shoot a shot. All that health is gone. Another thing to know about barrier champions as well is that they will not start regenerating their health until there has been an amount of time that has passed where their shield has received no damage. It is 100% worth just even trying to tap barriers just for like the littlest bit of damage, because they're not going to regenerate their health that way, right? So here, We fire the rocket, blah, blah, blah. All I'm doing here is bow. Bow, bow, and then right around here, I'm just waiting. I'm waiting, I'm holding, I'm waiting for that barrier, then go. Here, we take a shot at, you know, one of the worst times. And then here, I'm just quickly hip fire. Quick hip fire, right? Just to stun that shield. Here, we take so much time to line up that shot, and bows take, dude, they take forever, man. They take forever. I'm just popping out the dinkiest hip fire shot that I possibly can just to stop the shield from regenerating. Good, that was much better on the barrier. Don't waste your rocket here. Please don't waste your rocket. Okay. Perfect. Love it. Yeah, just bowing this to the end. Love it. Now, I don't know if you have Void Siphon. I don't remember. I guess you still have the Devour, so like that's okay. But if you have Siphon, kill the thing with your gun, because you're gonna make an orb, and your orb is gonna proc so many effing things as opposed to a finisher. I need to check to see what finisher mods this person were made. 654. Okay, we have Reaper, but that's not even a finisher mod. So yeah, I would just kill with your gun. You have a Siphon mod. Just kill with your gun, make the orb, pick up the orb, get the benefits. There's no point in continuing to shoot when they're down like that. They're completely immune. If you really want to, you can switch to the bow, go through anti-barrier. That's fine. No point. Just a slight optimization. Slight optimization there. Yeah, and here we're just mowing things down with the SMG. This area is a little funky. This area threw me for a loop as well. I'm being so careful. Please shoot. Please shoot. Okay. This dude was already starting to regenerate its health. He got in probably just at the last possible second that they could have to get the finisher on this dude, because this dude was a third health when that finisher was going off, which means they were already regenerating. Okay. Rocket here is acceptable. There were plenty of ads surrounding this champion. You're taking out all the other ads. Fine. Totally get that. Gotta reload that gun. Yeah. Yeah. I think throwing that smoke that was a panic smoke. That was a, oh no, I need to do something because my gun isn't reloaded. So let me just throw something and let me just do something and see if that helps. Always got to make sure your guns are reloaded whenever you're going against an overload, because overloads, again, they're the most annoying to deal with because you got to just keep shooting them. You have to shoot them over and over. As soon as I fire that rocket, I'm not doing anything else. I'm going back to my submachine gun, making sure it's reloaded, shooting the Minotaur a whole lot so that they don't regenerate. And then if I need to take an extra cycle to reload some other things or do some other things, that's fine. But man, do you got to keep up with the overload shots and the overload stuns. And we end up losing all this damage. All this damage is gone. And this Minotaur's kicking our butt. And I've been there. I don't want to say like I've never been there. Dude, I had to do a bunch of practice runs to do the flawless. And the amount of times that I felt like their overload immunity was going to come down and it didn't come down and I'm just spraying with an SMG. It happens a lot. It happens a lot. So I totally get it. But patience is the name of the game. The worst case scenario is that you just keep firing, and right as you run out of ammo, that's when they're stunnable again, and you have to sit there, reload, eat shots, and then by the time you reload, they're probably in your face, or they've probably killed you, and it's super frustrating, but it's a game of patience. Patience, patience, patience. I end up just killing these guys because, okay, why are we wasting a grenade? We're wasting a grenade on this guy? We don't need to do that. You have the situation fully under control. You got one more mag of submachine gun ammo. You're totally fine. This grenade could have been used on the champion. It could have been used on something else. Instead, now we got to wait for it to come back, which arguably, you could get it back relatively quickly. One kill will get it back, but still, like, that's something you could have held on to for, like, right here, for example. Here, nade. You kill all these goblins around you, easy, and the Minotaur's taking damage at the same time. Here, I don't exactly mind that you're going for the goblins. Okay, this is questionable. Are we just trying to avoid this Minotaur? Yeah, like, I mean, you invested all this time into the Minotaur, and it just fully regenerated. Like, where was this dude before we left? So this dude's about a third, and then we just kind of abandoned ship. Yeah, like you put all this work again into the Minotaur, and then we just leave it. Like, this is not a priority target. Like, this dude won't even move if you don't even talk to him. He'll just ignore you. He's just playing video games. He's chilling. All right, so now we got Minotaur. It's the only thing in our way here. Love the grenade. Good move. Rockets, okay. I mean, because you were still shooting, I think that's fine. You were still shooting the SMG, then you switched to a rocket. I think you'll be okay here, but not if this dude comes and punches you in the mouth right now. Oh, these guys hurt so bad. And you can't hold S key. Sorry, you can't hold back on the sticks. This is a turn around and run situation. There are times to abandon ship. This is one of those times. Sometimes you got to know, like spacing is huge with these dudes, especially in here where there's like there's nowhere to really escape. Like, even this door takes a second to open. Even this door can screw you when trying to escape. There are so many things in this lost sector that are trying to keep you engaged with a target because it's just very compact. It's very small. So here, I'm playing so patient. Little weakness there. Cool. Yep. Yes. Love the move there. Can we get the... No, we didn't commit. All right. Okay. Hey, I'll say not when we've barely invested anything. What did we invest? We invested some SMG shots and a smoke. Like, if you didn't feel confident, disengage. That's okay. If we spent 2 rockets and then you disengage because you're playing a little too cautiously, then we have a problem. All right, let's see what we can do here. We got volatile rounds ripping. This is where the lack of special weapon is really starting to hurt us. Oh, so close. Yeah, decent amount of health. I figured you were going to live this hit. Let me see here. Yeah, I mean, you have decent enough health. You have half health. And you're only 15 levels under, so I figured you were going to be able to survive this hit. And I'm guessing that's why you stayed in. But yeah, still, I'm shooting SMG. Yep, and we're just kiting. We're kiting as much as we can. Even the dude's running away. Time to re-engage. Yes, love it. Good. Yeah, being able to react to how the Minotaur or how the enemy in front of you is reacting to you is pretty important. If you let it run away to regenerate its health, like, that's not a W for you. So you very actively aware, like, okay, he's running away. Let me get back in. So good move there. But yeah, this is where lack of a special weapon is really hurting us. Oh my god, so close on the punch. I was getting a little nervous for you. And we end up going with the super to finish it off. That's okay. Little bit of a panic super, but we got him down. That's okay. I totally get it. Drink water. Yeah, so we wait for that to go away. Yeah. I mean, this is just knowing that those goblins die. Right? You know they die. There's no need to burn the smoke on there. Alright, so here is where you definitely have an advantage over me. Although, I will say, yep, everybody... Oh my god. No, you're dead. Yeah, dude, everybody does this. I'm not gonna give this person slack. I'm not gonna drill this person for jumping early because everyone does this. Everyone runs to the portal, they see all the platforms, and they're like, oh, I'm good to go, and then they start disappearing. This area is why I imagine this person brought the bow. It's because these barriers, this one, and then there's one behind here, are so annoying. When I show my gameplay, you'll see what I mean. But I also went in with like a very close range build. This has to be the reason why the bow is here, is to slowly plink down these barriers because they suck really bad. So if we are just going to be sitting here for a while watching us plink away at this barrier, I totally understand because this room can be a nightmare. And I'm just going to fast forward. Yeah. So we're playing ultra safe here, but again, I don't blame you because this room is brutal. I'm not gonna lie. This room is brutal. Oh, don't miss the jump. Okay. I thought you ran out of jumps. Yeah, I would just take care of this dude. I would hit him with some SMG, get rid of his shield. Yep, good. And then just bow him. Bow. Bow. Yeah, love it. Let's take all this space. Like, this is like primo real estate here. Primo real estate. Now, if you want to go back down. Ooh, okay. So, be very careful fighting this boss with a barrier still up. Because you already have, like, no freedom of movement. Now you also have a barrier shooting you. I'm wondering if they kill this thing. Because I understand it's super annoying. Okay, good, okay. But you can't stand in one spot. Yeah, that's the problem. Are they trying to kill the barrier? Or are they just... Okay. I thought they were maybe trying to kill the barrier behind the Cyclops. Wow, they still... Okay, that seems a little lucky to me. I'll give it to you. You got a little lucky there, I feel like. Managing to stun the barrier completely blind through the Cyclops was a little lucky. This could have gone way worse. Don't fire the rocket. Save it, man. Save it. This dude's already such low health. Just save it, man. Couple more arrows, you're chilling. Just save it. All right, taking care of harpies, good move. These harpies are quite brutal on their own. One cranium kills this boss. One cranium. That's it. So I'm guessing this is what most of the rest of this is going to be. With the F's of cranium, I will show you. So I'm guessing we're just gonna be plinking away here, plinking. Yep. Okay, dude goes down. So about a 14-minute run for a foe tracer. First clear on master. Okay. So definitely a lot of improvement that we can make. Let's show how I did it. Now, I did it on a different character. I did it on Solar Titan, so I can't exactly replicate one-to-one on a hunter. But I would still be abusing machine guns. I would be abusing volatile. I don't know if I would go strand here, but it's also quite reasonable. So here's my run. I'm playing on the Solar Titan. I'm using the build in the video that I posted today. I am using the raid shotgun. I am using a callus mini tool, and I'm using what looks like commemoration. I'm using commemoration for just because it's really good, and I'm using bonk to give us radiant. So here is where you're going to be able to see the benefit of having a special weapon. Not only a special weapon, the raid shotgun, which is arguably one of the better weapons in the game. So I do end up killing one of these guys just to get me started with radiant. So I end up actually going for this Hob first. This guy was really annoying me, and I know that I can kill this dude pretty quickly, like almost before the goblins spawn in. However, on this particular run, I whiff so many shots. But it's okay because my build allows me to AoE enemies down, as we'll watch. So normally, I'm freezing this dude here. I then throw a bonk. I hit him again, it unfreezes him, we get a big explosion, I switch to my machine gun, we get rid of the shield. Blow up their shield pretty much instantly, reload my shotgun, shoot him again 2 times, dude's dead. So I end up just whiffing shots, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm not really in a position to take this dude on, so instead I'm gonna clear the stuff behind me. And now, while I still have all the goblins up here, let's AoE him down. So we get the kill, we proc incandescent on a couple of these goblins, and then they're just all gonna explode. Well, those points. So again, I'm whiffing omega shots on this dude. So instead, we're gonna retreat a little bit. I'm gonna hit the dude with the freeze so he's not annoying me. This is my kind of recovery time. And then we get rolling again. There's the bonk. I actually freeze this time. I wasn't expecting myself to freeze because I was like, I missed 3 shots or 2 shots. So I switched the machine gun preemptively. We got the big boom. Shields. Look how quickly the shield's gone. Here, I noticed that the barrier's low enough health that we can just get a finisher on it. So we do that, save a little bit of our ammo. Freeze this dude again. I don't know. I'm so used to like shooting once and then reloading. This guy was annoying me, so I ended up getting rid of him. And then here we're just kind of dancing around using the cover. And we finish off the Hydra. I feel like this dude didn't get the explosive guys behind him. These guys were being pretty annoying too. Scoop some special that I don't need. Very cool. Now, I'm actually playing very, very conservatively right now. I should be using my machine gun a lot more, but I just want to save it. So here we're going to proc another Ignite. Ran out of ammo, can't freeze. We haven't invested that much into this Minotaur yet, so I'm okay if it regenerates its health. But I'd rather have like the crowd control and be ready for the next one. So look how little I end up shooting this dude. One shotgun shot, a few shot. Oh, thanks, buddy. One shotgun shot, few machine gun shots. I'm right back to the SMG. And look how much space I'm trying to give this dude. Here we can finish it off. I think I just threw a bunch of bonks. Yep. Just want to get him to finisher range, and then we hit the finisher. Huge swing on nothing. Just bonking these dudes to death. Here, machine gun. We got the void matchup. Just kill him instantly. Here we're going for another ignition. Wiping out a whole bunch of stuff. I'm like approaching this hob as these ads are spawning in, but I also know that most of these ads are going to crawl a little bit closer. So if I just focus on the hob, all the extra crap that I'm doing with the explosions and the ignitions and all that kind of stuff is going to hit those dudes. So here, bonk, switch to shotgun, get the MG ready. And before any of these goblins can do anything, this dude's dead. None of the dudes have teleported down yet. We get one incandescent proc. Here, I almost get caught with my pants down, right? I'm barely any health. The only reason I lived here is because these goblins missed, because I didn't see them teleport down, which they can do. But we lucked out, pop our wall, and we just finish them off. So this is a spot where I was trying to get too fancy. I was trying to show off the sick gameplay for the video. Look how good I am, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I was trying to go as fast as I could because it's more impressive. When in reality, here is where I probably should have backed up considerably. All right, grab that brick. We're fully bricked up. This dude I just don't want sneaking up on me because there were a couple of times where this dude aggroed and the overloads, I was like kiting the overloads down here and this dude would aggro me from behind. So I just want to get rid of him. It's going to be a lot of the same here. You're going to see me use the top of these arcade machines a lot in order to break line of sight and also give myself cover. Because you can jump up here. It's not the best cover in the world, but when these dudes are this close to the machines, it's kind of annoying for them to hit you. So here I'm just trying to get like one incandescent, we're throwing a nade, and then we're blowing up the whole room. And by blowing up the whole room, I mean blowing up my computer. Boom, everything dead. Here, I know I got double nades. I know I have a bunch of stuff popping in. Let's just burn them all, because we're gonna get it back. And look how quickly we do. I'm basically AoEing these dudes down. I'm just trading off which overloads I'm hitting. And so this dude ended up despawning because I killed the harpy. I didn't know that, but when you kill the harpy, it, I guess, despawns the champion. Not exactly what should be happening, but I do still end up getting the platinum. So here, I know I have to execute on a very specific strategy in order to be able to kill these barriers, because I cannot go in with a shotgun. It's just not going to happen. There's too much open space. So what I end up doing is I end up making an orb for myself, and I use that to get volatile, and then I just go to town on the hob. So here I try to start, but then I forget that I'm stupid, and you can't really shoot through there because that's a wall. And you literally see me get mad in the gameplay. So we have an orb here ready to go from Shatter Orbs from the Season Artifact. Right? Shield matching, get an orb. So here I go for just like a double ignition, a double grenade to proc ignition. So this way I'm killing everything in this area. I'm also good at putting a good chunk of damage on the barrier, so that way the shield pops. I have volatile rounds for the next 10 seconds, and that should be just enough time for me to mow down this barrier. I'm just shooting nonstop just to make sure this dude dies, because if I don't kill this dude by the time volatile rounds run out, I'm in trouble. And you can see how close it was. So here we just kind of have to cross because we have to kill the other stuff. Waiting for that grenade. Let's get myself some cover. And let's kill the Cyclops. Very easy to kill. And then we're getting the cranium. And then I'm just like, get to cover, get to cover. I think we have this first wave of harpies that I want to kill, because they will get very annoying very quickly. So we're taking them out. And here is the power of the Arc Cranium. What health? 2/3 of its health. I still have 48 shots out of 100. This is why the cranium is amazing. Dead. Finish up all the harpies. And then we go kill the bear. We still have 23 shots left over, which is enough or close to enough to kill the barrier. How is this cheesing? So for anti-barrier here, I literally just yeet my hammer. And it's like, please hit. Oh, thank God. Waiting for the shield. Get rid of the shield. Cranium. All right, bye. And that's it. Just under 8 minutes, and that was with a lot of improvements that I can make for the run. So to the person who submitted their gameplay, I would say your loadout is mainly the issue there. I think if we change up the loadout a little bit and really just use the tools at our disposal a bit better, you're not going to have to really rely on, you know, some of the things that I felt like you needed to rely on. Like Wish Ender, I understand, makes it easy for like this room for the barriers. And if you're just looking for like a clear for the triumph or whatever, or like a flawless, and then you're out, like whatever, you can take as much time as you want. But if you're looking to actually try to like farm this place, I think the issue for the person that we reviewed was loadout. We can do much more with the loadout. Take advantage of the subclass effects on the champions. They're so good. It's so good. They're so important. They allow you to use guns that you wouldn't normally be able to use, and just abuse machine guns and abuse the game's like benefits. Abuse surges. So that's what I would recommend. So I'd love to see just this person do another run of a different Lost Sector and just see if they absorbed anything from what I said. If you want to send them the link and run another one and send more footage, I would love to see that. We are going to be reviewing Mod Jod again. Okay, so we're rolling with the fonts again. Stacks on stacks. Okay, so kind of foregoing. I still feel like a surge mod is good, but it's okay. All right, 1827 in the 1840. All right, so this we have. Okay. So we're rolling with the fire bolts. We're just yeeting both out, just going for a quick ignition. Love it. Love the pause to just admire your work. Okay. Only thing there is I wouldn't have tried to sneak in that second shot. First shot was okay. But the dude's timer is gonna come off cooldown pretty quickly. And we just kind of waste a shot there, but you know. That's okay. I think you're just close enough to... Yeah, there you go. Athrus's Embrace. Okay, getting creative here. All right, here we're just taking out some of the dudes. Just gotta move along here. Would love to see some incandescent on this thing if it's a crafted to kind of synergize with the fire bolts there. Oh, yeah, a little risky if you don't get those out very, very quickly. Bow and Pulse is definitely gonna be very, very good for taking out these champions pretty darn quick. And pretty darn safely as well, if I might add. In fact, I don't even know how much shotgun gameplay we're even really going to see here. Just taking out ads. Easy, easy. There we go. There's the champs. I was like, your dudes are taking a while. Yeah, man. I wish we could go back and see some Thrillodrome. Maybe next time it's around in like, I don't know how long. All right. Interested to see the champion situation. Feel like we're getting the bow out. Could also use super. Going for a little double ignition, a little bonus damage. Okay. Yep. Just a reminder, we are playing on 1.5x speed. Nice. Handle those barriers incredibly well. See what it's like using a power weapon that actually deals some damage. Yep, solid nades, solid abilities. Yeah, much improved just in general. You know, we're not playing like a speed demon. We're not trying to go super fast. We're just playing some clean Destiny right here. Right now they're using Leviathan's Breath, which is just basically a rocket with double the ammo and considerably more damage, and can also do unstop. Yeah, so much better. Just playing really patient, playing really smart. Yeah, look at that, 2-shot. Using the tools that the game has given you in a much more effective way. Love it. Get that pulse ready. Look at that. Aim down sight, ready to go. Waiting until the shield's up. Easy. Just want to see how much this bow chunks the boss. Yeah, I guess you never really need to go in there if there are no champions in here. Yeah, you literally just sit down there and just spam them to death. But we're playing it safe here, which is probably for the best. There's a lot of ads in there, and we don't have the greatest ad clear in the world right now. Nice try. We're pretty single target focused right here, so I don't mind the patience play whatsoever. Way better loadout. Could you swap the shotgun for something else? I think so, but it's not a big deal. If you went shotgun, if you went fusion, I think you might get a little more use out of a fusion. I think they're also trying to go for flawless too. Yeah, even this dude you could pop with a few shotgun shots and be done. Or there's your super. Done. Easy. Very well played. Very, very, very well played compared to the Thrillodrome. It's like a different person. It's like a different person playing. Really, really, really good.